Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. Today on Bitcoin and Coffee, I want to share a couple of my ideals and opinions. But as always, let's start with the marketplace. We got Bitcoin coming in around $1,288.50. That's wonderful. We got Bitcoin rivaling the price of gold at the moment. We're going to continue to see upwards movement. We got Ethereum taking big climbs forward, coming in at, I got $20.47 at the moment. This is great. Ethereum's back to where it was, above the $20 mark. Will it hold it? I'm not sure. We'll get back to this in a moment on why I think the value is going up. We got Litecoin making a little bit of an upward movement, coming in at $4.05. This is good. Is this the beginning of the upward movement I was talking about with the adoption of SegWit? Not necessarily. I think that this is more of the price, the increasing price of Bitcoin going up, bringing all cryptocurrencies up with it. We got Steam going backwards, though, and coming in at 9 cents this morning. We got Dash doing good, a little below the $50 mark, coming in at $46.95. We got Zcash a little behind that at $38.40. And we got Monero moving up the ladder a little bit, coming in at $13.79. Today on Bitcoin and Coffee, I want to talk about the upcoming ETF, because that's pretty much all that's in the news. That's all that's on everyone's mind. That's all it seems like. I mean, you can look through my videos and everything with an ETF in the title has a couple hundred views, and if it doesn't have ETF in the title, it has 50, 60 views. So with people wanting to know about this, I thought I would take a moment and talk about what happens if the ETF does not go through. Because in actuality, with the ETF being on the books for, 3 years now, and it not coming through, and we're coming down to the wire here with a decision either has to be made or a postponement by March 11th, more than likely we're probably looking at a 30% chance of it actually passing, is what I would say. With it, if it does not pass, we are going to look at, there's a lot of new investors in Bitcoin. And these new investors in Bitcoin aren't used to some of the volatility and how much the price swings up and down with news. And with the bad news of the ETF not actually coming out, we're probably going to see the price come back down. I would like to say and hope that we won't see the price drop below $900. Now, what's going to happen at that point when you have all these new investors who own Bitcoin, watch the price come down $350, $400? They're going to freak out a little bit. They're going to sell off, which could cause the price to come down a little bit further at certain points, and we could see $750, $800. So, I mean, if you're an investor, you need to hold out for the right moments to purchase your Bitcoin. Because a lot of people think they see Bitcoin and then they go to Poloniex and the Kraken and the other exchanges and they'll see like a little coin say 125%, and then they think, oh, I missed out, I could have gotten rich. Do you know how much money you would actually have to invest to be perfectly normal one day and the next day so rich you don't have to worry about working just because a coin shot up 60, 100, double, triple? I mean, you would have to have half of a fortune already to invest it to double it and have a fortune. Pretty much the way I see it is that I put in a little bit as often as I can when I have extra money, and I'm seeing this as a way to retire. I think that I'm looking to cash out a portion at 2020 or shortly after, as I'm hoping to see Bitcoin by 5x at least by then. But I'm actually looking for further on. I don't have a 401k. I don't have any kind of retirement investment. This is my retirement investment, and I like it because it keeps the money in my hands instead of, one day waking up, stock market crash, 401k value is in half. And as a poor person, I find this a way to be able to put money in it where the increases in my gains over the time is a lot better than paying, extra money into Social Security or starting my own retirement program, and receiving a small percentage. So what does this all mean? It means that you need to not really be buying much Bitcoin right now. You need to keep a strong hand for the upcoming volatility that's going to happen. And then you need to know that things are going to turn around, because I mean, the next example that I see is that on March 15th, China comes back online and they're going to be trading Bitcoin in their major exchanges again, which will hopefully bring the price right back up to the $1,000 mark, where we've seen quite a bit of support. Now, as far as Dash and Ethereum and the price increases, what's going on with this and why is it going on? I think that this is probably new people getting into Bitcoin. You know, they're going in, they're getting a little bit of an education, they're seeing these other coins, and the standard thing that most people want to do when they invest is diversify. So they're seeing these other coins, and of course Ethereum and Dash are having some of the majority of the news and positive news at this moment. So people are diversifying their Bitcoin into Ethereum and Dash because they're seeing this ETF coming up and seeing the price increases, and they have to have a way to try to hold on to some of their value if, you know, Bitcoin does come back down. And they're thinking that that's going to happen with Ethereum and Dash. But the problem is that when Bitcoin comes down, all cryptocurrencies come down. You're not going to see this Bitcoin come down if the ETF doesn't pass and Ethereum and Dash hold strong at $20 and $46. That's not realistic. We're going to see them pull back as well. So diversifying into other altcoins as a way of holding the value of your Bitcoin, I'm not so sure that that's even an option. But I mean, if you feel that way, I'm not going to stop you. I think that, you know, Dash could hold some of its value and Ethereum could hold some of its value because there is so much positive news. There is so much going on with the coins. Dash is starting to work a lot like a currency. Ethereum is getting a lot of attention from major corporations and businesses as a platform to build a network on. So we'll see. Only time's going to tell what's going to happen. But be prepared for the ETF not to pass. Prepare to watch your balance, your fiat balance of Bitcoin come down. But don't stress out. Don't worry. It will come back. Bitcoin is strong. And you're doing a great thing by investing now. So if you like what you've heard here, go ahead, subscribe, like, and link my videos. Below, I have links to get you started at Coinbase. Best way to buy a cryptocurrency, or best way to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum here in the United States. They're also a safe place to hold if you're holding under a couple $100 and you don't want to go out and buy a hard wallet. I also have a link below for Genesis Mining to get you 3% off. As always, I recommend to mine the smaller coins. And then I also have affiliate links for a faucet to get you some free BTCs and free doggies. And below is my email address, because I'd love to hear from you. I've been seeing some emails from people, and I love it. Thank you very much for writing me. And as always, people, remember, keep your Bitcoin safe.